Good afternoon, metal friends and rocker friends, and well, any friends out there. Just figured I would do a vinyl update. I got some stuff in recently that I've not, most of which I've not posted yet, so I figured why not? It's a Saturday afternoon, got a little bit of free time. So first one I want to share is a band kind of new to me. I've heard of them. I've seen pictures of them online. Didn't really have any interest in checking them out, but there was a box set for sale for about $20 on Amazon, and it was 3 records. And these guys are a spin-off of the Insane Clown Posse, who I used to have a few of their CDs. This is Twisted, and this is the Songs of Samhain vinyl box set, which collects 3 of their Halloween themed albums. And with October just around the bend, I thought, oh, what the hey. And you can see the album covers there. And I'm not gonna bore everybody with each individual one, but I'll pull out one. I just opened these up. I've not given them a spin yet, but each one has its own unique vinyl. I say unique. I think I've got a few records now that have that kind of look to it, maybe different colors, but so this one's orange. I think one of them's blue, and I don't know, another color for the third one. But so these guys are, actually I got one of their more recent albums, and it does have a lot more of a metal feel to it, but I think these guys kind of started off strictly horror hip-hop, so which I'm not opposed to listening to some rap from time to time. So when the mood strikes, and with the Halloween theme, I think that'll be pretty cool. So the next few that I'm going to share, I just got a few days ago from my buddy Joe Pangallo out of Florida, and probably, I would say probably about a quarter of my metal collection has come from Joe. And this next album is Anthrax Among the Living, which I've never had on vinyl before. I've had it on CD for a long time, good portion of my life, but just never got around to getting a copy. And this one's gently used. It's got a little bit of wear, not too bad on the cover, and a few marks. I've not given it a spin yet, but anything I buy from Joe I know is going to play well. So glad to have that one in the collection. A lot of great songs on that one. This was kind of a surprise for finding this one in Joe's stock, and this is a Danzig single, which is Wanting to Slide Out, and it is just a 3-song single from How the Gods Kill. This is Dirty Black Summer. It has When Death Had No Name, which is an unreleased B-side. Not sure if that's a Danzig original or if that's a cover. And then Bodies, which was also on their 3rd album. So very cool. H.G. Geiger cover. Scary, but cool. Next one is a thrash band out of New York that I'm not familiar with. So having grown up in New York, was not aware of this group, Lost for Words, and the album is titled Pray. And from what I can find online, this was a one-off. I think the guys had some demo material, but this was the only full-length album. It's on Death Records, released, I believe, 1989? Yes, 1989. So Death Records was a side label or side portion of Metal Blade Records. So, yep, not familiar with their music, but I will become familiar with it. And let's see, this one is a UK single, Gary Moore, which both of, I think three songs on this one, and I've got all 3 of them on the studio album, which I could not tell you right off the bat which studio album. The copyright is 1983, but I believe there is maybe 1 or 2 of the songs are their single version, so probably shortened or potentially a lengthened version compared to the studio album. And so slowly I've been buying up Gary Moore. I love blues music and electric blues, and just knowing that he was a part of Thin Lizzy is reason enough for me to check out his early music. The next album is one that I've been wanting for a while. It's hard to get on CD. It's become harder. It's even harder than that to find it on record. And yeah, this one and the one that came after it were both released on record, but they're just getting harder and harder to find. This is White Cross and Hammer and Nails, I believe. Yes, Hammer and Nail. And for those that are familiar with White Cross, you know that they have a little bit of a rat sound to them, at least vocally, with their original singer, and they are still performing. New singer Rex Carroll, still lead guitar player of the band. Phenomenal guitar player. Look forward to seeing him next week, because he's going to be playing with one of his other groups at the Immortal Fest in Ohio, which I will be there for those 3 days. So, but great band, really happy to have that. And then the last that I got from Joe is one that I've had on CD for a long time, and this one popped up, and I thought I'd like to have that on record. And it is just an EP, and this is Witch Killer, and their only release that I'm aware of on Metal Blade Records. This is Day of the Saxons, 5 tracks, and it's just good traditional early 80s heavy metal. And of course, those guys kind of got their Man-O-War look going there, or some of the other leather wearing bands from that era. All right, what else do we have here? A few that I ordered online. I've got 2 here that are Japanese, actually 3 that are Japanese imports. So this one's Vandenberg's second LP. I've got the first one. I've never heard this one before, but Vandenberg, great guitar player. I figure you can't go wrong with an early Vandenberg album. And this other one is a Japanese import from a Japanese band, and Seikimi-II. I always wonder what happened to Seikimi-I. Not quite sure where they get their name from, but this one is From Hell with Love, and they're a band that has kind of a imagery wise, they look very similar to Kiss. If I can pull this out, the back cover, each member's got their individualized face paint, makeup. And so I've got 2 other, I think their first and maybe third LP, or maybe this one was the third one, but I've got 2 of their others. This is, I believe, an insert, maybe a lyric book. It appears to be lyrics. And this copy also included a sticker sheet, which I could have gotten a cheaper version of this without the lyric book and the stickers, but it's just a little bit more money. So I've got that one. It's the 2 smaller stickers and the larger one, and I believe there's another one in here with some smaller stickers. So just kind of adds to the coolness of the release. It's definitely worth paying the extra money to get the few extra stickers. And here, this 7-inch is one that I saw online, and it's been a couple of months. The company I bought this from had it. I was just kind of had it in my what do you call it? Just had it kind of stashed, just sitting in Discogs, and I waited. I knew eventually somebody's going to snag this thing. They were selling it for $10, and finally this month I was like, it's time for me to put in the order. And so it's UFO's. I believe this may be their first 7-inch single. If not first, it was definitely very early, first, second. This one's Come On Everybody and Timothy, which, kind of cool. That's my name. So I got a UFO single with my name on it, and this one also obviously Japanese single because of the Japanese writing on the top. So I was happy to grab that. I would love to get their first two albums on record. Preferably, if I could get Japanese versions, that would be cool. But yeah, they're finding those in good condition, not the easiest thing. I've got another 7-inch I've gotten recently. I was not aware of this until I came across it on Amazon, and this is a new Primus 7-inch single. As far as I know, it's a standalone. It's not from an LP. This is a 2025 release. So unless they're planning on releasing a new full length that I'm not aware of, this is probably just one-offs. The A side is Little Ford Fentanyl, who I would imagine that's who we're looking at there on the cover. And the B side is Duchess and the Proverbial Mind Spread. So I listened to samples of both of those songs online. They sounded fantastic. And so it's Les Claypool, Larry Lalonde, who, I can't remember which metal band, but he was in a thrash band prior to Primus. So it's good to have him back performing. And then John Hoffman, which I'm not sure if he's guitar player or drummer. I'd have to go back and look. I've got a bunch of Primus stuff, but I'm not the biggest fan. But this, pretty cool little single there. And let's see, I thought there was something else. That might be it. I've got other things that I've shown recently. So let's see. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it there, because I have a feeling if I threw something else up, it'd be something I've shown recently. So plus we're at the 12-minute mark, and you guys got better things to do this Saturday than to sit around with me blah blah blah. So hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and till next time.